Hello students, this is Sudeep Yadav from Spectrum Chemistry. So students, if you are first time visiting to my channel, so please like and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button to get best explanation of science class 7th NCERT book. And students, if you are watching this video, so please go to the playlist and watch the first and second part of this chapter to get best understanding about this chapter. So students, in this video, I am going to discuss about the silk. So let's start students. Silk. So first, introduction. Silk fibers are also animal fibers like the wool. Silk is a fine, strong, soft and shining fiber produced by the silkworms in making their cocoons, something that covers or protects some insects while they grow. So this is cocoon. Silk is a naturally lustrous fiber, means it having a very lustrous surface. Silk does not conduct heat, so it is a good insulator also. It keeps person warm in winter and cool in summer. So means this is a very good fabric. And the rearing of the silkworm for obtaining the silk is called sericulture. So means the branch in which we studied about the rearing of the silkworm. This is known as a sericulture or silk farming. It is very old occupation in India. India produces plenty of silk on a commercial scale. The silk thread is obtained from the cocoon of silk moth. There are varieties of silk moth which yield different types of silk yarn such as tasar silk, muga silk, kosa silk, mulberry silk. So these are the varieties of the silk. The most common silk is the mulberry silk, that is the best silk. Now next topic, that is the life cycle of a silk moth. So let's discuss about the life cycle of silk moth. There are 4 stages in the development of silk moth, that is egg, second larva, third pupa, fourth adult. So let's see what are the stages one by one. Stage first. In the beginning, female silk moth lays eggs on mulberry leaves. Now in the second stage, the eggs are hatched into very small larvae within a week. These larvae then feed on mulberry leaves, means it will start feeding on the mulberry leaves. The larvae looks like a worm and are also called caterpillars or silkworms. So this was the second stage. Now in the third stage, they then grow in size, means after the feeding they will continuously growing their size. Okay, over 3 inches, and then the caterpillar is ready to enter the next stage of his life called pupa. This is very important. An adult silkworm first weaves a net hold itself. Then it swings its head from side to side, means swinging process will be start. During this movement, the head of the caterpillar secretes fiber made of a protein, means the fiber which is secreting from the mouth of the pupa, from the mouth of the caterpillar, this is a protein. Okay, secretes fiber made of a protein which hardens on exposure to the air and becomes silk fiber, means when it will be exposed to the environment, atmosphere, it will convert into the silk fiber. Soon the caterpillar covers itself completely by silk fiber. This covering is known as the cocoon. So means this is the cocoon. The cocoon is made by the caterpillar to protect its development as pupa. The silkworm continues to develop inside the cocoon to form silk moth. So this was the development of cocoon. Now next, note. What is the note? Pupa is the stage in the life history of silk moth when Thai caterpillar becomes encased in the hard shell of silk fiber, that is cocoon. Now stage 4. In this stage, pupa which is encased in the cocoon develops fully to form an adult silk moth. After the complete development, the cocoon splits up and beautiful silk moth comes out of it. This completes the life history of a silk moth. It is important to note here that in order to produce silk, the silkworm developing inside the cocoon is not allowed to mature into a silk moth. This is because breaking of cocoon causes damage to silk threads and this lowers the quality of silk. So to obtain good quality silk thread as soon as cocoon is formed, developing silkworm or pupa gets killed. Some silkworms are allowed to live and mature into silk moths so that they can lay eggs to produce more silkworms. So this was the fourth stage. Now in this picture you can see the life cycle of this silkworm. It will start from the laying eggs. When the laying eggs has been done, then hatching of the eggs and larvae will comes out from the egg. Okay, and this larvae will start feeding on the mulberry leaves and it will convert into the pupa. That is the, and it will further develop and it will be developing moth and it will convert into the adult. So this is the life cycle of the silkworm. Now next, production of silk. How we are getting silk from the silk moth. To obtain silk, silk moth are reared and their cocoons are collected to get silk threads or fabric. We will now learn more about the process. So what is the process? Let's see. Number first, rearing of silkworms to obtain cocoon. Female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. Means in a one time it will lays hundred of eggs. These eggs are stored carefully on paper or cloth strips and are sold to silkworm farmers. So this is the farming. This is the selling of the silk moth eggs. The farmers keep eggs under hygienic condition, means they will create a very good and hygienic condition and under suitable conditions of temperature and humidity, and in that condition they will grow very well. The eggs are then warmed to suitable temperature for hatching. When eggs hatches, silkworms or caterpillars come out. Silkworms are then feed on mulberry leaves day and night. They then increases enormously in size. The larvae are kept in clean bamboo trays along with young and freshly chopped mulberry leaves. Actually they are feeding mulberry leaves, so that is the reason behind it. We are placing mulberry leaves in that chambers. after 25 to 30 days. Silkworms stop eating and start spinning the cocoon. Means the cocoon formation will start. The further development, that is. Now second process, that is processing cocoons to obtain the silk fiber. That is the second step. The cocoons are collected and boiled in water to kill the pupa inside them. Hot water makes the silk fiber of cocoon to separate out. This resulting fiber is called silk. The process of taking out silk fiber from cocoons for use as silk is called reeling. Reeling is done in special machines which unwind the fibers of silk from cocoons. Now third step, that is converting silk fiber into silk cloth. Silk fibers obtained from cocoons are spun to form silk yarn, which is then woven in looms by weavers to make silk cloth. So here student, we have discussed about the silk and the history of the silk and the rearing process of the silk. So students, I hope you must have enjoyed this video. So